You are a wonderful God. Oh, my creator. Only you are.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Doyle back with another video. Today's video, I gotta show you how I determine the trend or the overall direction for that day. People gotta understand that the trend can change at any time. You do not know when the trend can be at a reversal, when the trend is actually over. So I basically look at the higher time frame to see if we had a key level to base my entry off of the lower time frame. So this is free game. I ain't gonna lie, this is free game. I could have put this in a course, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm just over it. Free game. So for people that's already experienced, you know how to trade, you can just watch my next video. You know what I'm saying? This is not for you. New traders, this is for you. And people that just need a better understanding on the overall trend, this is for you. So I'm just gonna do my example on GBP USD. I'm not gonna do it on indices. I may do that on another video for understanding the trend for the day on indices, but this is just for Forex pairs. So I basically trade off of the 5 minute. My entries is mainly off the 5 minute. I don't really go any lower than that. I don't really like it because it can get noisy. So I like the 5 minute. That's just how I trade. So let's get into it. So first things first, you have to know what is the higher time frame looking like. So let me go on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, I mainly look at the 1 hour because it works hand in hand with the 5 minute. Okay, I just like the 5 minute and the 1 hour. They just work hand in hand. I don't really look at the 15-minute chart like that. I do have it right there, but I don't really look at it like that. So let me, matter of fact, how do I want to explain this? I'm going to do a replay mode because I need something more cleaner. Because like how I determine the trend, I don't use trend lines. Like how I'm using trend lines, that don't work, bro. I'm sorry. People that use trend lines, not even trying to knock you, but it just don't work for me, okay? So let me see. We're gonna use this. So we're gonna do replay mode right here. Okay. So everybody knows, it's clear as day, I trade supply and demand mainly. Some days I'll do like regular break and retest or like a liquidity grab setup, etc. But I love supply and demand. That's just what I like to trade. So if I see that the market is making higher highs, if I see that it's at a key level on the higher time frames, I'm gonna go to the 5 minute chart and see what am I, is it breaking structure to the upside on the 5 minute chart? Okay, so in my opinion, I do not come to the market biased. I have to look at the higher time frame to see if we at already a key level or at demand or supply, and then go to the 5 minute and see what's going on. So if I see aggressive selling coming out in this area, right, that's demand, right? Aggressive selling, aggressive buying, aggressive buying coming out this area. When it comes back into this area, because the trend can very much end, like let's keep it a buck, like the trend can end and then it can be over with and it can just break that zone. So I'm looking for a price to come to this area because it's already breaking structure right here. It's already breaking structure. You know what I'm saying? So this is, you know what I'm saying, higher high, higher low, higher high. And if it breaks this low, then the trend is changing. So if it break that, then the trend is changing. However, I'm going to mark up this demand area to see if it's going to hold. So we're basically waiting for, no, first of all, is price already in a higher time frame supply and demand zone first before you even think about the trend at all? Because again, I'm just basing everything off of how I trade. Everybody might have their differences on how they see the overall trend, but this is just how I see it. So if a higher time frame is at a key level or supply and demand, what is the 5 minute doing? Is it breaking structure to the upside? Okay. Some traders use EMAs. I do sometimes use the 50 SMA. Sometimes I use the 200 EMA if I'm really kind of having a hard time understanding the trend, but I need structure to be broken and it got to touch one of my zones. Okay. Like that's it. So let me fast forward. Okay. Now we're in the zone. Okay. We're in the zone and let's go to the 5 minute. Now, if we go to the 5 minute, we see a major rejection off of this demand area on the 1 hour. Now, this zone is too big. So I need to be seeing structure being broken to the upside so I can see if the trend is changing, because right here, this is a short-term downtrend. This is a short-term downtrend, but I need to see it to be breaking structure to the upside so I can be confident to take any type of buys in that direction. Now, if you're really good at seeing market structure, because you got to master market structure before you look at any strategy, you got to know market structure. So I go to the line chart. Oh, this is ugly. Hold on, this is ugly. I'm gonna do blue. So if you know anything about market structure, this is a swing high. This is a swing low. Do we know that this is the lowest point? No, we do not. But we just broke a structure, which is that swing high. So let's go back to the candles. Take this off. So we just broke that swing high. Now, if we break this high, we're definitely in the uptrend. Okay, we're definitely in the uptrend. So let me fast forward. Okay, once I see this push, I know that the trend has changed for sure. I'm not coming to the market trying to predict, like, as soon as I get to the market, oh, this is an uptrend, this is a downtrend, because anything can happen. It can be a reversal anywhere, okay? So if I see that it just did this, it literally just did this. Broke structure, breaking more structure. Now I'm 100% sure now we're on a short-term uptrend, okay? Now the higher time frame is definitely, take this off. The higher time frame is definitely on an uptrend, for sure, for sure. Bro, why is it doing that, bro? Definitely on an uptrend, but again, it can reverse. But all I'm doing is waiting for it to touch into my zone, and then we're getting in. So let me go back to the candlesticks. And now I'm confident, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I see this, we're definitely in the uptrend. And if I'm still iffy about it, I'm gonna stop the 50 SMA. I'm not gonna cap. And now we're breaking the 50 SMA. I don't really base everything off of indicators. Y'all know I don't care too much about indicators. But if you're having a hard time understanding the overall trend and you're trading lower time frames, you need to see if it's touching a key level or a zone on the higher time frames. That's gonna let you know if it wanna go into that area. I mean, if it wanna bounce off of that area. Okay, so I don't come to the market trying to predict the trend. I don't do that because it can be a reversal. Like that day, you think it's an uptrend, then it dropped. NAS 100, you think it's bullish, and then it dropped. US 30, you think it's bullish, then it dropped. Now, okay. Now on US, say US 30, I'm waiting for it to drop into a certain area to bounce off of, just like this setup right here. Now we're breaking structure. Now we're breaking structure even more. Like, you get what I'm saying? So now I'm not saying you're gonna catch this move, but now we're above the 200, I mean, not 200, but the 50 SMA, and we're still breaking structure to the upside. I'm bullish right now. I'm not thinking about any sales. This supply right here, this wouldn't be smart. This wouldn't be smart. That right there, that aggressive selling coming down, that wouldn't be smart because we are already at a 1 hour demand and we're breaking structure on the 5 minute. So you have to piece 2 and 2 together. You can't just be like, oh, the 5 minutes on the uptrend, but this can be, it could be heading up to, towards supply to drop on a higher time frame. So that you have to look at multiple time frames. I mainly look at the 1 hour, the 1 hour and the 5 minute hand in hand. This video is really for scalpers. I'm not really but I'm not really trying to make this video for anybody that trade over the 15-minute chart. You trade the 30-minute, the 1 hour, this is not for you. This is just strictly for scalpers that are trying to get the right direction in the morning or London session, okay? So make sure when you're looking for the trend, or you're trying to have like some sort of bias so you can filter out all the BS, look at the higher time frame and see if it's already on a level that's going to get bounced off of, okay? That's really that's just the main sauce right there. I'm just gonna keep it a buck because people be trying to predict moves, having these trend lines and stuff. And again, trade how you trade, but that just don't work for me. I don't do that. I'm waiting for it to be bouncing off of things. Like, is it bouncing off of that? Okay, it's reacting. Okay, now we're looking for buys now because it's reacting off of this. I'm only waiting off of reactions. I'm not trying to predict anything. Okay, so this is just extra confluence with the SMA. Again, you do not need no SMA at all. But in case you are having a hard time with scalping on the lower time frame, you definitely want to slap on maybe one moving average, just in case you're having a hard time with the naked charts. Okay, but again, I'm definitely basing it off of the 1 hour chart. Let me go find another setup so we can explain this a little bit more better. All right, so this is another example. What is the overall trend? Okay, what is the overall trend? Me personally, I think it's in a range. You know what I'm saying? I think it's in a range. Plus, it's coming from a downtrend. So if it's coming from a downtrend, I'm not about to say it's an uptrend now. I'm just not about to say that. I need to see where it's at. Now, this is a 1 hour chart. And again, I take my entries off the 5 minute, but I want to show y'all that you need to look at the higher time frame so you can base your entries off of the lower time frame. This video, like I said, this video is mainly for scalpers. So if it's coming from a downtrend and it's consolidating, do I automatically say, oh, we're breaking structure to the upside? Oh, this is a buy. This is a buy. No, we wait and see if it's some levels that's going to help us on a lower time frame. Now, say this happens. We get a major structure to the downside being broken. I'm literally deleting all of these zones and I'm going to draw up supply. Okay. Now let's fast forward and see what happens when it reaches that area, because we broke way too much structure. We broke way too much structure with this big push right here. So let's see what happens when it gets to that area. Boom, we're in that area. Now let's go to the 5 minute chart, because this is the entry time frame for me. So if I'm on a 1 hour and I see this and I'm hopping down to the 5 minute, okay, so let's fast forward and let's see if some structure is being broken to the downside and if a setup presents itself on the 5 minute chart. Okay, let's fast forward. Okay, nothing. Now this is the time that I actually trade. Okay, it broke structures to the upside. Now again, we're going against the 1 hour supply. So if anybody taking some type of fib buy off of that or something like that, you're going against the 1 hour. We want to go in sync with the 1 hour, especially with the 5 minute. Trust me, like you want the 5 minute and the 1 hour to go hand in hand. They work hand in hand. Okay, so we get this. Now let's go to the line chart. Let's take this SMA off. And what I say, market structure, you have to know that this is a low being broken. This is a high. If we just broke structure to the downside, you got to know market structure. So let me go back to the candlesticks. All right, so we broke structure to the downside. Now, the market do a lot of manipulating stuff, so it can easily do something like this and then go up, grabbing liquidity and then going up. But you, like I said, you have to be prepared for anything. So let's see what happens. Let's put this back on. Okay, and we're breaking the 50 SMA. Playing around, broke structure again. Now we're breaking more structure. So again, you don't need the SMA. Like I said, I don't like indicators at all. So if you're having a hard time seeing the overall direction of the market, you can use EMAs or SMAs, whatever you want to do, but you don't need them. You just need to know what the higher time frame level is at. Where is the levels? That's the main key. Let's take this off. And we're still breaking structure to the downside. So if we're still breaking structure to the downside and it's still creating more supplies on a 5 minute, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to give me confidence. That's literally going to give me confidence to hold that sell, because we're already at a higher time frame supply and we're looking at 5 minute supplies going in that same direction. So that's how I look at the market as far as the overall direction, or me having some sort of bias. I need to see what the 1 hour is doing. Straight up, like it's not even no fluff. Like, what is the 1 hour doing? Where is the levels at in 1 hour? Did they grab liquidity on the 1 hour? Is they heading up to demand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are they really doing? So that's really all I really look for. I don't try to predict the market. Oh, what is the bias today? I need to see if it's bouncing off of some levels and I'm reacting off of it. I'm not trying to predict the trend, because if you try to predict the trend, like, oh, this is the trend for, you know what I'm saying, the week or for the day, what if it's a reversal? Now you just look dumb now, like, you know what I'm saying? So mainly, like I said, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. When I'm trying to see or have confidence to hold this trade or filter out counter trend moves, I need to see what the 1 hour is doing. Are we at a level? Is it heading towards a level? Is it filling in areas to fill? Is it filling in gaps? What is it really doing? And then I'm going to go down to the 5 minute and see my setup going in that direction that's in sync with the 1 hour chart. Okay, that's all I got. Some people have different techniques that they do to see the overall trend. I don't mainly look at the daily or the 4 hour because I'm on a 5 minute and I'm a scalper. I'm in and out, and I just need to have an accurate direction in the morning. That's all I need. I don't need to be holding positions for the entire day. So, and the 1 hour just worked perfectly for me. So comment below if you have a different technique of what you use to see the overall trend of the market or just the temporary trend for that day. Okay, but that's all I got. Peace and love.